Naku, madilim na. Andito ako sa aking munting hardin. At ako ay gusto sanang mag-vlog ng tungkol sa isang mag-asawa na namatay magkasama noong lumubog sa karagatan ang tinatawag na unsinkable luxury liner na Titanic. I am referring to the couple Ida and Isidore Strauss. Isidore, a part owner of the Macy's department store in Manhattan, New York. This husband and wife, this couple, sila ay sobrang devoted sa isa't isa. They were so devoted to each other that whenever Isidore was on a trip, business trip, he would try his best to bring along his wife, Ida. And if there were times he could not be with Ida or Ida could not be with him, they would be exchanging letters, but rare were moments like those. And their friends described them as very devoted to each other. They love each other terribly, very, very loving to each other. Ida was a German American, and he was 22 when she married Isidore. Isidore was a Palatinate American businessman who was 27 years old when he also married Ida. And in 1912, they went to Europe on a tour, and they stayed most of the time in Cape Martin at the southern part of France. And when they decided to go back to New York, they were among the passengers of the initial journey of the unsinkable, supposed to be unsinkable luxury liner Titanic. So we know the story of Titanic, and we have seen the movie Titanic, and I have watched that movie several times. May mga lamok. I have watched that movie several times, and I was fascinated with the story of Rose and Jack, and how Rose to uh, tried to summon all the courage that she had in order to bring back Jack to life. And I would always remember that particular scene in Titanic when she was telling Jack, Jack, come back. Jack, come back. That was a very moving scene for me. As the other moving scene for me was the time when Rose, the old Rose, was telling uh, those who the grandchildren, I think, that a woman's heart is a vast ocean of secrets. It's an ocean of secrets, rather. And yes, a woman's heart is an ocean of secrets. I have my secrets, you have your secrets. And another moving scene for me in the Titanic was the scene when the orchestra played, and then at the end, the uh, uh, the head of the orchestra said, "It was a pleasure playing for you tonight." So, so laging nasa isip ko yan, naka-etch sa memories ko yung mga scenes na yan sa Titanic. And so when I saw the Ida and Isidore love story, you know, na they were one of the couples on board that particular ship, I really decided to blog on it. I have always been fascinated by love stories, even at this particular age of mine. uh, Merong dating may binibigay sa ating inspirasyon, no? Ang mga kwento tungkol sa pag-ibig, lalo na kung kagaya ng kwento ni Ida at saka ni Isidore Strauss. So, they boarded the Titanic, and the unsinkable luxury liner hit an iceberg, and it signaled the end of that unsinkable luxury liner. So, pagsakay sa lifeboat, order of priority, the first priority, children and women. And so, Isidore would be left behind because Ida must have to go ahead. But when Isidore was being persuaded by some of the elite class passengers to board or to go onto the lifeboat, where lifeboat number 8, where Ida was going to go into, uh, Isidore, who was a man of honor, a noble of a very honorable man, said that he would not go before the other men go. So hindi niya take advantage yon. So kung kailan ang mga kagaya niyang lalaki mag ano sa lifeboat, that's the time he would also go. And when Ida heard of that, he looked at her husband and said that I will stay. Na mag-stay na siya because sabi niya ganon, we have lived together for years, and so where you go, I will go. Sabi niya ganon. That's the great love that Ida uh, uh, actually uttered, no, to her husband. And so he decided to stay with Isidore, and she looked at her. She turned to her a newly hired maid from England. Anong pangalan tong newly hired maid niya? Ellen Bird, and told her to go into the lifeboat, and then she took her fur coat, and she gave it to Ellen and told her, take it, I have no more use for that. So nagpaiwan siya kasama ni Isidore, and according to that to Colonel Archibald Grazi, one of the elite passengers also who survived the Titanic, he was also persuading Ida to get into the lifeboat, but she was really not going to the lifeboat without the husband. And so she stayed with him, and they were together. And the last scene of the two was the two of them holding on to each other's arms at the deck of the sinking Titanic. So devoted to each other. It was a scene that would really move one to tears, that would bring one into to tears because of that particular very, very poignant ikang scene, an exhibition of devotion to each other. Very rare could we find, very rare couple could be like the two of these two couple. This couple rather, Ida and Isidore. In 1912, when they boarded the Titanic, they were already 42 years married. So, ang tagal na nga naman talaga na magkasama sila. And Ida was at the time 63 years old. Isidore, 67 years old. So, they were together, but definitely, they tried to be together. They tried to die together, and they died together. However, their physical, their bodies were parted by the waves, because Isidore's body was recovered and brought to Halifax, Nova Scotia, while that of Ida's was never recovered. But definitely, even if they were their bodies parted, their minds, their hearts, their souls, they were together in the great beyond. Nandun yung pagmamahal nila sa isa't isa. So, that ended the life of this couple. And in the memorial plaque that was mounted at Manhattan Macy's, inilagay nila ang ganito: their lives were beautiful and their deaths glorious. Their lives were beautiful and their deaths glorious. At Woodland Cemetery in the Bronx, in a cenotaph for Ida and Isidore, was inscribed a line from the Song of Solomon, which states, "Many waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it." And definitely, this is a great love story, a great devotion to each other. And I can only ask myself, how many women can be like Ida? How many women can decide or will decide or make a firm decision to go with the husband wherever the husband would go, even in death? Ilang babae kaya ang magiging isang Aida Isidore na sa harap ng panganib ay hindi isiping ilagtas ang sarili kung hindi sumama sa kanyang asawa hanggang sa huling sandali? How many women can be like Aida Isidore? Mayroon pa kaya o wala na? So, uh, again, thank you very much for following me in my YouTube channel. Uh, Just me, Amalia. And this is quite late and I'm here in the garden and I don't know if you are going to see my face. But definitely I like staying here kasi masarap yung hangin. And para maiba naman ako ng ambience. Maiba naman ang aking paligid. No? Hindi laging salamin yung nasa aking likod. Ngayon naman ay mga halaman. So thank you very much. And again, love stories, beautiful love stories are worth reading, worth telling, and worth sharing. Lahat naman tayo may love story. I have, I have my own love stories. Not only love story, but love stories. So, this is your Lola Amalia saying good night. And please do continue subscribing to my channel. And take care. The virus is still around and we have to be extra careful when we go out. If there is no need for us to go out, then stay home and do other things that would be uh, that would make you productive. Good night. Take care. God bless you. I love you all.